My name is Zamir Jakari Cooper, and this is my take on education and life chances, looked at through the symbolic interactionist perspective. The idea that who we become gets shaped, not by big policies alone, but by the small everyday moments. A look, a label, a comment, on the micro scale, face to face. They say it's not about the label, it's about the kids. But what happens once the labels did? Troublemaker, gifted, 2 words, 2 lanes, same brain, different names, different chains. Cooley said we see ourselves in another's eye. The looking glass reflects however they define. You get caught slow enough, you start to believe Thomas Theorem. What's defined, get received. This verse introduces labeling theory and Cooley's looking glass self-theory. The idea that we come to see ourselves the way others reflect us back. A single word like troublemaker or gifted can start shaping a student's self-image before anything can even happen. Same room, different labels, same kid, different fable. One look decides the story before the page is even stable. Same room, different label, different fate. That's the Thomas Theorem. What's defined as real becomes real. Same look, different face. Walk with me to the next case. To the next case. Same tap on the desk. Same shift in the chair. One kid's disruptive, one just having the scare. Ain't nothing wrote down, ain't nothing that's law. Just a teacher's first reaction for the face they saw. Counselors got a tone for the kid dressed in. A softer voice for the one who looks like he'll win. No policy signed it, no memo, no vote. Just a self-fulfilling prophecy wearing the coat. This verse looks at race and class through the same lens. Identical behavior gets read differently depending on who's doing it. Nothing is ever written into policy. And that one split second of informal judgment is exactly what makes it a self-fulfilling prophecy of the teacher and how she judges her students. Same look, different hearts. Let's see who ready to stand tall. Who gon' stand tall? We gon' see. Her hand go up like clockwork, skip like it's routine. 10 times the charm, now her voice stays unseen. They misplace his name like it's a harmless slip. Stigma don't announce itself, it's just tighten its grip. The room erupts for a joke when it lands on someone else. Goes dead silent when the target is you. That silence never melts. It never melts. Mirrors cracked already before you took your seat. Looking glass don't lie, it just repeat and repeat. This verse turns to gender identity, and sexual orientation, showing how something as small as a skipped raised hand or a forgotten name quietly stigmatizes a student and shapes whether they feel safe enough to keep participating. Because if one feels like they are not seen enough, they tend to get quiet after a certain amount of times it happens. Now pull back the camera, same look, 1,000 times, 1,000 times. Stack every moment, stack every name. 10,000 small verdicts built in one frame. Different judge every time, but the verdict's the same. Just 1,000 tiny humans playing the same game. This verse points out that there is no single person to blame. There are thousands of small judgments that add up to the same unequal outcome of the tiny little humans playing the same game in school. Look again, before the ink dries. Look again, the kid ain't the verdict, the label's just a guess. Give the looking glass something better to reflect. The bridge is the total turning point. A label is truly just a guess and not a fact. And this is the call to look again before that guess goes permanent. So you see, chances don't just come from the top down. They come from the room. A label, a look, a silence, repeated enough times, becomes a verdict nobody signed. But the kids ain't the verdict. The label's just a guess. Society gets built in these face-to-face moments, which means it can be rebuilt in them too.